Hey folks, it's Adam Franklin, and today I want to talk about the concept of engagement pods on LinkedIn. Now, I've had a lot of private discussions with a whole bunch of clients, but also industry peers on this topic, and I guess the responses have been varied. So I just want to articulate my point of view. So an engagement pod is basically where you collaborate, or collude, I should say, in my opinion, collude with say 20 or 50 other people to leave comments on your posts in exchange for you doing it every time that they post an article. The idea being to try and game the algorithm of LinkedIn so that when you do an article, you might have say 20 or 40 comments, and therefore it boosts your visibility and keeps you higher on the newsfeed. Now, I get it. The more comments you get in the first hour or two after you post something, the more you can expect to get traction on your post. But the reason I don't like it is that it's manipulative. I can't get behind something where you're actually flat out trying to game the algorithm. That said, that's vastly different to having a group of supportive people who actually engage with your content. So anything that's sort of pre-planned and premeditated, and you have to comment on mine and I have to comment on yours, I don't like that at all, and I would definitely advise, and have advised consistently, not to do that. If you have friends in business and you actually like their post, by all means comment, support them, like their post, or even share it. And I think that's the difference. I think it depends on where it's coming from. So if it's coming from a place of, let's just manipulate the algorithm so that my post gets more traction and your post gets more traction, that's a big no. However, if it's from a place of, well, I do have some people who I like to support, there's no obligation to comment on theirs and there's no obligation for them to comment on mine, by all means support your friends, support people who you like in business. But if it comes to a typical engagement pod, don't do it. The other thing to keep in mind is that LinkedIn's pretty smart. I think the algorithm's a lot smarter than maybe people give it credit for. If humans can notice that it's always the same 20 or 40 people commenting on each other's posts, then I think LinkedIn's algorithm's pretty smart too, to work out that it's the same 20 or 30 or 40 people commenting all the time on each other. So I don't think it's the right approach. That's just me. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. To engagement pod or not to engagement pod. Talk to you later.